following is a presentation of Main Street Media.
All right, welcome into a special edition of Mornings on Main Street. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends out there on this special day. Hope you're spending it with family, loved ones, and you get all the food you need. We have a special show for you today. Let's bring in my good friend, the intern, to talk more about today's show. And intern, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody and to you.
Yes, you look like you're in a dark room somewhere. You okay?
Yeah, I switched up the positioning of where I was, so it does look like there's nothing behind me.
All right, if you blink twice, you need. Oh, there we go. There's some light coming. Blink twice if you need me to come get you.
Gotcha.
Right. So, but I'm not because I'm still in bed. All right, a special show that we have planned for everyone, don't we?
Oh yeah, today's awesome. We're plugging in everybody with the charities coming in.
Yes, and this lovely show brought to you by good friends at Delta Dental Delta Dental on the website deltadentaltn.com. This whole show is something to smile about for you. And let's remind you, Delta Dental now offering dental and vision plans for groups and individuals. Just visit their website at deltadentaltn.com. This show this morning, we got 4 segments for you of places that are opening their doors and their hearts to you today. So if you need someplace to go to eat and don't have a lot of money and bring your family, no questions asked, please, we want you guys to go eat on this day. We're going to show you 4 very special restaurants that are all around Middle Tennessee, one in Hendersonville, one in Donaldson, one in Mount Juliet, one in Spring Hill, that are opening up their restaurants today to make sure that you get fed. At the very end, we got our good friend, personal trainer Ty Fischler, Body by Ty, is going to do a segment how not to overeat. If you've been working on your fitness goals all year long, don't blow it in these last 6 weeks of the year. So Ty's got some really cool tips, not the tips that you'll see every day, like, don't talk to strangers and lock your car doors. Good, solid, strong, remindful tips to make sure you attain your goal, which you've been working at so hard all year long. So Ty will join us there. So it's our very special Happy Thanksgiving edition, and we hope you'll enjoy. We'll be right back with more on this great day and great show next.
Well, I came up with the name. We threw around some ideas, but I just, some people at the beginning said that they thought cheap had a sort of negative connotation, but I didn't. I wanted it to be fun. I didn't want it to be something that was like, a Spartan lifestyle that I was promoting. I wanted it to be that you could save money, but you could still have a quality life and have a good time.
For the same reason a beagle chases rabbits, it's in my blood. I started reading newspapers, Lydia, before I could read. When I was a little kid in Crossville growing up, my mom taught me to read at about 5 years old, so I would read the Crossville Chronicle, our hometown paper, and it was so exciting I'd wait on Thursday morning for the Chronicle to arrive. I've been fascinated by newspapers all my life. Since I was 5 years old, that's all I wanted to do.
Oh my goodness. I think I've given the intern too much creative control and poetic license for those commercials coming back. Thank you, intern. We'll have a talk after our show about your attitude and things you're doing. Good job, buddy. All right, let's bring in now Tanya McPherson with Cafe 393. Now, is it Tanya or Tanya?
Tanya.
Tanya. All right, there we go. Good morning to you. How are you?
I am great. Hey, thanks for the shout out for Waukesha, Wisconsin. Just so you know, that's very, very near and dear to my heart. That's where I was raised my whole life. So Waukesha to Heartland is like Hendersonville to Gallatin. So that story hit us close last night.
I am very sorry, and it's awful. It's just an awful story, and I wish I'd have to bring it up, but people were wondering what happened because with the bed last night, and there's still a lot of details unannounced. So I'm so sorry, Tanya, for that. I really am.
Yeah, we're feeling that one.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. All right, Cafe 393. First of all, tell me about Cafe 393 in Hendersonville.
So we have been open for going on 4 years in February. It's just kind of a spinoff. My dad and my stepmom owned a restaurant just like that in our small town of Heartland. And for years and years and years, they were like, Tanya, you just need one there. You need one there. You need one there. And finally, my mom and I were just like, okay, let's do it. And we did it. In the year that we opened our restaurant in Hendersonville was the year that my dad and my stepmom had sold theirs in Heartland. So for 25 years, they had had that restaurant since I was 14 years old. And I just carbon copied what they did. It worked for them. And I was like, it's going to work for me.
What was the secret to their success, and what's the secret to your success?
I guess I learned at a young age when your parents, meaning all four of my parents, owned businesses in a small town, you are the backbone of the community. So from a small age, I think they were all just so heavily involved in community. We were the community. People would come into that restaurant and say, oh, hey, Dave, I knew your daughter is, or hey, you don't get away with much. And it was the town meeting place. And you just felt, even forever and ever, that sense of community. And still to this day, since I'm 14, the same people go in their restaurant, unless, God forbid, they've passed. But that's exactly what I wanted to do. So these people watched me grow up from the age of 14 all the way through high school and college and getting married. A lot of them even came down here for my wedding. So it's the backbone of community. And I knew that that's what I was going to make Cafe 393.
That's fantastic. I mean, your passion when I met you a week ago is very contagious. And we started talking. And then the first thing you started telling me about was what you guys are doing on Thursday. It was not about your restaurant and how much you love it. It was about what you guys are doing on Thursday to feed people. And we're going to put a flyer up here in a moment. The intern will do that. But let's talk about why Thursday and what you're doing is important to you.
I guess sometimes we live here in Hendersonville and we feel that we're, I guess, barricaded from bad things that happen. You feel that you're sheltered. You know, I knew when we picked Hendersonville to live, you felt like it's safe, nothing bad happens. But you know what? There's people that's hungry all over. And the first year that we did it, we were just barely 6 months in to owning the restaurant. And I just had felt this calling. And I said, Mom, we got to do something. What is it that we can do? You know, we maybe couldn't give much money because we were so brand new, but we just looked and you said, you know what? We can feed people. And just that small gift of food to so many was so much that first year. We didn't have a lot of people. We maybe only fed 100 people. But then we said, okay, well, you know, we know what to do for the next year. Let's make it even better. And so this will be our 4th year doing it. And we have, you know, food to feed about 300 people this year.
Great. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but tell people that, I mean, if you need to go eat, don't feel ashamed. Go eat, right? No. I mean, just go eat. Please go eat.
Anybody. And last year, there were people who just were out and they're like, oh, we don't have our kids. Let's go out to eat. You know, I mean, it was all walks of life, like from your empty nesters. But then you have the really, really heart-wrenching stories. It's such an emotional day. It's a day that you hear stories from all over. from we're alone or we're living in our car, or one man, had just lost his wife after 60 years and didn't want to be alone. Like, there's just stories all over the spectrum. And it just makes you feel like you did something that day that meant something so much to somebody else.
That's beautiful. All right, intern, put up the flyer, what's going to go on, if you don't mind, for Thursday. All right, here it is. Hosting a free Thanksgiving meal, 12 to 2:30, complete buffet meal and fellowship for anyone who wants to attend. If you can't get together, family, friends, you are a first responder, have fallen hard times, come join us. You're welcome, always welcome at our table. Nobody should worry about where their meal will come from, and no one should be alone. That last sentence, Tanya, always gets me. Nobody should worry about where their meal will come from, and no one should be alone. It's much more than a meal, isn't it?
Oh, it's all about the community and the fellowship and just the love that happens that day. And now that my kids are getting older, it's so important for us to show kids just how to love and how to be a good servant. And, while in the first couple of years, my kids may not have participated as much as I would like, they see it and they know it. And they know that it's really important to give back to your community. And usually the first ones to show up on that day are the first responders. Our police department shows up, the firefighters, the EMTs. And I just tell them it's so important to serve those who serve you. Give back to them, because you know what? Last Thanksgiving Day, I had to call 911. And I said, guys, I hope I fed you that day, as they're wheeling my mom away on Thanksgiving Day. So just serve those who serve us, and serve those who just need a break or need some love or just need somewhere warm to go and just want somebody to talk to and not be alone. And with us, you're not going to be alone. And I always say we're here for the fun time. I'm here for a fun time, but I just want to love on you. And that's the way I know how to do it, is through food.
Beautifully said. Now, this is from 12 to 2:30. Are you open before that if people want to come by?
No, we'll just be getting ready to serve the food that day.
So 12 to 2:30 there at Cafe 393, and it's located right there in East Main in Hendersonville, so we can't miss it.
No, it's in the same shopping center as Planet Fitness.
I'm not going to work out that day, so they can I'd rather eat on Thursday. I'm not working out at all. Tanya, thank you. We'll keep putting this out there, and we'll keep promoting it. And I really thank you for your heart and your passion for the community and for what you're going to do on Thursday. That means so much to so many people. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Tanya McPherson from Cafe 393 in Hendersonville. We'll keep promoting that, so that way on Thursday, that if you are hungry, you need a place to eat, and you know somebody who does need that, you let them know and you point them in the right direction.
Every year, it costs Tennessee more than $15 million to clean up roadside litter. It's time to keep your trash to yourself and our roadways clear, because nobody trashes Tennessee.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey. I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street as we get you off running on November 22nd, 2021. All right, we had Cafe 393 in Hendersonville on about their special event. Let's switch gears and go across the way over to Donaldson and bring in Mark Dickerson at the Donaldson Cafe and Catering, one of my favorite people. Hey, Mark.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, man?
I'm doing well.
All right, again, Thursday, you've done this for quite a while, man, and I've had the privilege to help you out and serve some of this food. But again, you're opening up your hearts and your store and your business on Thanksgiving. Tell us what all you have on Thanksgiving.
Well, we've got a traditional Thanksgiving fare on Thursday here at Donaldson Cafe. We're doing turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans. Get you a slice of pumpkin pie, and the best part about it is it's all free.
You did this last year. You've done it several years now. No questions asked, like we had from Tanya on a Cafe 393. You just want people to be fed and be with people on Thursday, don't you?
Absolutely. If you don't have a plate of food or you don't have a place to go, come on down to Donaldson Cafe. This is our 5th year for doing this.
All right, Mark, tell me, I know all about Donaldson Cafe, but tell the folks out there in the streaming land what Donaldson Cafe is, where you're located, and what all you guys do.
Well, we're Donaldson Cafe and Catering. We do catering events also. Been real busy Thanksgiving. Got some things even lined up for the holidays. We're located inside 50 Forward, which is out at 108 Donaldson Pike. In Donaldson, kind of across from Donaldson Bowling Alley. We are inside that building. So all you got to do is come over this way, 108 Donaldson Pike, 50 Forward. Come in. We'll also have a drive-through available that day. So we'll really have 2 options for diners. They can drive through and pick up the meals, or they can come in and fellowship. It's going to be fun. We've got music. We'll do some giveaways, maybe get you out here and strum a little bit on that guitar.
Yeah, we're trying to get people to show up, not go away, but I am going to play a little guitar on Thursday. And like I asked Tanya earlier from Cafe 393, Mark, why is this so important that you give back to the community?
It's just what we do. We like to pay it forward. We like to give back. And, you know, that's just something that Donaldson Cafe has always took pride in. When we started this, the very first year, we didn't even know if people would come. Chef Kevin and myself were sitting at home, and really, we didn't have much of a place to go. We didn't want to dirty up our kitchen in the house. So I said, let's go down to the cafe and cook our turkey there. We put out online that day. If you didn't have a plate of food, a place to go, come eat with us. Had about 100 people, and we did what we wanted to do. Last year, we served close to 800. We're preparing for 1,000 people this year. So we better get some people over here.
Right. Also, you've had to help the community. There have been businesses that have donated turkeys to you, correct?
Turkeys, yes. We've had 20 turkeys here, 20 turkeys there. I believe House Realty have donated turkeys for us. We got 20 more yesterday from someone. Chef Kevin is just about tired of deboning and cooking turkeys. But we've been very fortunate. We've had some generous donations from Packard's BP, from Air Trust HVAC. They've really helped us out this year. So we appreciate all the generous folks within our community. So it's just a way for us to give back. Come eat free.
What time is the event on Thursday?
Let's see. We'll start serving about 11 o'clock, and we'll go to 3. Like I said, we've got food for 1,000 folks. to me, I still can't wrap my head around that. Really, I'm thinking 1,000 people. I hope they don't all show up at once, but we've got other things going on. We're taking food over to the Hermitage precinct for the police officers there. We've got food going out to Summit Hospital, to the ER workers over there. So we're trying to hit some of the first responders, the really important people within our community who help us out, doing for them because they do so much for us as well.
Amen. Preach that. And again, let's tell what we said earlier. No questions asked. Just come eat. No. And we've talked about this last year, Mark. There were some people that showed up that were embarrassed and ashamed that they had to be there. And there's no judging. I mean, this is eat. We want you to be fed.
No, this is Thanksgiving. It's a time for giving thankful, and we're thankful that we can do this. No, absolutely no question. Come down, and a couple of folks have called and said, well, I've got 5 people or I've got 6 people in my family. Well, just come on. We're going to feed you. And like I said, they can come in house and eat with us, or we can give them the hot meals package by person to go. So we'll be packaging them up to go. It'd be a single meal out the door. But with all the fixings, turkey dressing, like I said, pumpkin pie, it's going to be delicious.
Somebody asking if they could just drop off a donation, just come by and see you. Would that work?
We'll be taking love offerings donations that day. They can donate to us on we've got a PayPal page set up for donations, Donaldson Cafe. We're taking donations through Venmo. So come down, just give us some money. We appreciate it because that's really how we do this. We also did this at Easter. We served, I think, about 700 to 800 on Easter too, strictly drive-through. This pandemic thought it was going to get us, but we have not let it do it.
Yes.
We opened it up to a drive-through. We're like, we're not going to stop. So last year, the pandemic got us too. We had to just do all drive-through. So, but this year we're opening up our dining room. We got capacity for 150 people in there, safely seated. So come on in.
Fantastic, man. I love your heart. You know what I think about you guys. Thank you so much. We'll continue promoting this, getting the good word out there because we want people to be fed. Mark Dickerson, Donaldson Cafe and Catering. Thank you, Mark.
Thank y'all. We'll see you.
All right. That's awesome. Nearly 1,000 people they can be fed on Thursday. We're going to make sure everybody in Middle Tennessee is going to get fed on Thursday, one way or another. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Tanya, earlier from Cafe 393 for joining us and talking about what you guys are doing. We'll keep doing that.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Ryan. I'm the co-owner of Zaxby's along with Lee Oliver. This is a place that mamas and daddies can be really comfortable to send their kids to for a first job. It's a place that you can have fun, feel really good about the place that you work, get paid well, have a good time. If you want to apply, you can go to applynow.com and Zaxby's will be on there. We love it when we get some great folks here at Zaxby's.
All right, well, those we call the bump in and bump out. The bump ins make me laugh because our intern does a fantastic job of putting those together. So thank you, intern, for all the hard work that you do every single day on this show behind the scenes. Again, I'm going to do a whole story one day on just you and what you do behind the scenes because I see it and it's fascinating. Okay, one of the great friends of this show is a guy that sponsors our Pet of the Week. We've had great success in large part to his passion and commitment to the segments and everything. And so he's also got another event that's happening on Thursday that we want you guys to know about. Let's bring in Hunter Briley from Regal Realty Group. There he is. Hey, Hunter.
What's up, man? How are you?
Good to see you again, man. Success because of the Pets of the Week, because of you. Thank you for all that, for believing in the segment when you really, I just told you about it and you're like, I'm on board. So thank you for that. And I really appreciate it. All right. So we got an event happening on Thursday with the restaurant that you're involved in and you want to feed people. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So our buddies at Catch 22 Gastropub in Mount Juliet, right over there off of Mount Juliet Road. Awesome people. They've been in business for the past couple years, but just really, really, really good, solid people. And we always want to take care of our community, Joe, as you and I both try to do on multiple different levels. And I appreciate you, by the way, for everything you do, my friend. It means a lot. We just kind of, we wanted to take it to the next level for those that, may not have enough money or may not have time or just are sick families or anything like that. We just wanted to be able to provide a warm turkey meal, turkey day meal for anybody who needed it. So we're just doing it, no questions asked, just kind of like Rocket Town's doing as well. Just, if you need it for any reason, come by and get it, and we'll have it ready for you 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock at Catch 22.
Is this drive up, go in? How's this going to work?
Yeah, so Regal Realty Group, my real estate company, we're volunteering to we're sponsoring the food and we're volunteering the time to serve it. And Catch 22 is doing the location and obviously cooking of the food. And it is a pickup and takeout only. The restaurant will actually be closed. And so we'll just have the meals prepared. And you come in and say, okay, I need a meal for 4 or 2 or 6 or 12, whatever it is. And we'll whip it up for you and throw it in a to-go bag and get it ready to go.
And I said this to Rocket Town. I said it to the 2 guests we had yesterday. I've seen people who have driven up to where they're giving out food and they sit in the car and they're too embarrassed to come in. And man, it rips me apart. It does. And so I just let people know, no questions asked, right?
That's it, man. I don't need to know your reason. I just need to feed you. That's all there is to it. So if that's an issue, we've tried to circumvent that a little bit. You can send me a private message. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and all that fun stuff. And if you'd like to just drop your name and say, hey, we'll be there around 11:30, then just shoot me another message. I'll give you my phone number. I mean, you can have my number now. It's 615-630-9735. I don't mind. Shoot me a message and I will walk the food out to your car. No questions asked.
Same question I had for Kenny at Rocket Town. Why you don't have to do this? Why do you do it?
I think we're called to, man. I mean, we're blessed enough to be in certain positions that we work hard for and to be, but not everybody is that fortunate. And if you can't give back, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just a passion of mine and my wife's to be able to give back in any and every opportunity we possibly can. And this is just a very obvious one.
I love the way that you don't just jump into something like halfway. When I got the text from you for this, it was like a 3-page text about all that's going on, all you're doing. And I love the last part of your text was, hey, man, I don't want to take advantage of our friendship. And I was like, man, I love spreading the good news, and I think the world of you. So when you do things like this, man, you go all in, don't you?
I do, man. It's kind of a habit that I've had since I was young, and everybody kind of says that about me. When I get on something, I get on it. So fortunately, as I've grown up and turned into an adult, I get on the good stuff and take care of good things.
Okay, again, explain where Catch 22 in Mount Juliet is.
Yeah, so if you're coming from the the Lebanon Road side, you would come south on Mount Juliet Road, and it's about less than half a mile on your right. It kind of sits up on a hill. It's next to Houston's grocery store. So it's kind of right in that area across from the Gourmet Donut Shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And it's right before the middle school.
Yeah. Right before the middle school. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so did you go to Catch 22 with this idea, or they come to you, or you just talking and it all kind of exploded that way?
Yeah, we just kind of were talking about some, different things and ways to give back. And actually, he saw what we're doing for the Adopt-a-thon in December. Had to go in there, I did. And he was like, "Man, I love what you're doing with that, and you and Joe and everybody. We want to do some stuff to help too." So they're actually the food sponsor for the Adopt-a-thon. I said, "Well, man, I've got another idea if you want to do it." And I could barely get it out of my mouth, and he's like, "We're in. Let's do it. Absolutely, we'll open the restaurant up for it. I'm happy to do it."
That's fantastic. And by the way, we're going to get December 18th. Great idea that you had. I'm lucky to be part of it. The Santa Paws Adopt-a-thon at Tremont Mansion, December 18th. After Thanksgiving, we'll really get the word out. We'll really advertise and promote it. But that's going to be a fun day as well.
It is. We're going to have a lot of good shelters from around the Middle Tennessee area that you've been visiting with our Pet of the Week segment. And everybody's committed. They're bringing a few dogs, and hopefully we'll find some homes for these forever homes for these puppies.
But it's going to be from noon to 4, but it's just like, come, see, get informed, eat, meet people, have a good time. And really, Hunter, the idea and what we've talked about is what makes this community great, just coming together for a great cause.
Exactly. And awareness. You're right.
And awareness. All right. So Catch 22, Thursday, 11 to 1. If you see Hunter, reach out to him and no questions asked. And I hope you go out of, well, it's kind of a two thing here. I hope that you give a lot of food out, but I wish you didn't have to give a lot of food out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, man. I totally hear you on that. Absolutely.
So, all right, Hunter, thank you. Hunter Briley, Regal Realty Group. Thank the world of you, man. Thank you. And
you too, brother. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for what you're doing on Thursday, brother. All right, it's Hunter Briley, Regal Realty Group. Again, so tomorrow we get some more places that are helping out people for Thanksgiving. If you have any ideas or know places that are doing that, please send them our way and we'll help promote them and get the good word out. That's what makes our community of Middle Tennessee so special, as we help out each other in need. All right, we'll come back. We'll take a break.
Partners. When they first came in, one of the things we put in is, if you walk around Concourse, you'll see there's an area that's a Delta Dental Kids Zone, and that's been there pretty much since the Preds opened for business, and so that's one of the things. But if you look at in our case, how do we match up with charities that have value across the state? And then the other thing is how do we match up with partners that are true community partners? And if you look at what the Preds give back to the community and the things they do for kids all through, how do you match up with a better partner than in the Nashville area than the Preds? I mean, it's hard to beat them, really. And entertainment-wise, it's hard to beat them just showing up to the game. I mean, it's almost an assault on your senses. It's Vegas and everything else rolled into one with lights and cameras and everything going. So,
but you've got such a good partnership with them that when I think of the Preds, I almost think of Delta Dental because of everything you guys do with them.
Yeah, we would love to know that that's the way people think. If everybody walks through the door thinks, well, who is their partner? First partner I want to think of is Delta Dental.
Let's continue spreading the good news and the positivity. Let's head down to Spring Hill this morning and talk to Sasa and Frank from the Grecian Family Restaurant and Bakery. There, look how beautiful. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's great. So glad you could do this. I am so glad you guys are on the show today. I've been looking what you guys have been doing and the Thanksgiving event that you're happening. Simply fantastic. Tell us about what's going to happen tomorrow, guys.
Well, first, thank you for having us on your show. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Joe.
This will be our fourth year doing a Thanksgiving dinner. It started about four years ago when a family had lost their house in a fire and couldn't do anything. And the way we grew up to always help and give back to the community. And we don't like anybody to go hungry on Thanksgiving. I mean, I wish it could be all year long, but at least it's something to do on Thanksgiving. And we kicked it off about 4 years ago. People who, for whatever problems they have, or can't cook, or who are sick, or needy, or homeless, even down to first responders, people who work that day, they can't get a hot meal. That's what decided to open our doors to do something like that. And it's really spiraled into a big event lately. So, and we even deliver from our restaurant to Nashville, all the way to Mount Pleasant. If they can't get out, they'll call us and they'll say, can you please deliver a plate or something? And we'd be more than happy to do that. Plus, we have a lot of help from our kitchen and our volunteers as well.
And again, as we've talked all week, we've talked to other people that are doing this, and God bless you guys for what you're doing. But
thank you.
No questions asked. And we tell people, I've seen people sit in the parking lot for an hour, didn't want to come in because they're embarrassed. Just come in and eat, right?
Correct. There's no reason to be embarrassed. I mean, come on. We all have something that might go wrong one day, and I don't want anybody to be hungry. Like I said, I wish we can do it all year long, but at least on Thanksgiving, come in, get a hot meal.
Actually, we do it.
Call us up and have it delivered. Whatever you need, we'll be here. I mean, we do things like this all year long. We try to support the community with fundraisers and spirit nights for people who are sick, or we even have a pay forward board for the less fortunate, who customers come in and will pay forward, and then somebody who is less fortunate can come in and use the board and get a free meal. I mean, whatever we can do, we're going to do it.
And I love the, we're going to pull up the Facebook page in a moment there, just letting people know where exactly in Spring Hill are you guys located?
We're 2003 Wall Street. We're right behind the Regents Bank and the Walgreens when you're coming right in the center of town.
Are you on the Murray County side or the Williamson County?
Williamson County side.
Williamson County side there. All right, so this is 9 to 4 tomorrow. This is not a couple hours. I mean, you're making sure everybody's going to eat tomorrow, aren't you?
I'm not getting stuck with 80 turkeys, so I better get rid of them. And we will. Last year we had 9 o'clock is when the volunteers come in. We actually start the serving from 12 to 3 because we need all that prep time and getting all the addresses and things ready. And people are still free to call in, even on Thanksgiving morning, if they want a meal, if they want to come in, they want to dine in, they want to pick it up and take it to go. Whatever's convenient for them, we'll help them out.
And this event also, guys, we're talking to Sasa and Frank. I mean, this is a social thing. It's good to catch up with your neighbors, and it's good to see your neighbors helping out neighbors. I mean, it warms my heart and puts a smile on my face because this is simply fantastic what you guys are doing.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
It's a community event. We get
the
together.
whole community is helping us out. We got plenty of volunteers coming in. I mean, from drivers to prep people. I mean, my kitchen staff is helping out. I mean, we are so very grateful and blessed to have everybody.
We have a lot of food donations.
A lot of donations that we've been made, and every year it gets bigger and bigger. I mean, last year we had given over 1,100 meals. So let's see what happens this year.
All right. So if people don't want to eat but want to donate, is that possible still, just to show up and
whatever they like to do will be greatly appreciated.
And 4 years now doing this. Take me back to the first year. You were talking about, you fed a family that had a fire, and then from that, did that start the mind rolling and like, look, we need to do this?
That's what started me going. I'm saying, why don't we open our doors on Thanksgiving and see if we can help people who are less fortunate? I mean, I know we have a lot of elderly people who can't cook anymore or who can't get out. Sick people who they want a hot meal. So, and that's how we spiraled into doing that. And it's really worked. I mean, our phones have been ringing off the wall all week long about reserving food and having it delivered or picked up. So yeah, that's a big deal for me. My wife and I were both raised that way where, we're here to help each other. We want to be a sense of a community, work together. That's how it is. You give back.
Yeah, you absolutely give back.
Nice.
I misspoke. It's 12 to 3 tomorrow, 9
Correct.
o'clock. Like you said, Sasa, the volunteers show up. So 12 to 3.
Correct.
Yes.
12 to 3.
We're not a not-profit. Okay, we are a small family restaurant, but we believe strongly that when community comes together, amazing things can happen, and that's why we do that. We try to do all year long with other fundraisers and pay forward and everything. But Thanksgiving is the biggest event we do that we can feed so many people in about 3-4 hours, and we appreciate the community we are in. The food donations we have from other fellow small business people, and of course a lot of individuals, and of course the all the help that all the volunteers gave us this year. This year, we're going to have around 80 volunteers.
Whoa, you go now. Now, how long have you guys opened? How long has Grecian Family Restaurant been open in Spring Hill?
Well, we bought it. It was here 2 years before we bought it. This is our 7th year.
7th year. So you had no idea you're going to live in one of the fastest growing counties in all of America, did you?
No, I did not. But I love Spring Hill, and I like being a sense of the community. And I like when people pull together and work together and help each other. That's what it's all about. It's not making the fast buck. It's being there for each other when you really need it.
Oh, yeah, and I see you've got trivia night and all kind of other things that go on at the restaurant.
Trivia night. So we try. I'm a big supporter of the sick people, elderly, and the school systems. We do a lot of fundraisers to help them out. We work big time with the DAR for the veterans. We try to help them with spirit nights. Anything we can help and give back, I'm going to do it no matter what it takes.
Well, I think it's beautiful. And tomorrow from noon to 3, everybody welcome to the Food Goes, right?
That's correct.
Look, I'm going to make a special trip. I don't get down there much, but I'm going to make a special trip just to see you guys and eat your food and everything in the coming weeks, because I love what you're doing for the community when you don't have to do this. I think it's a beautiful thing, and you guys are beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, you as well. Thanks, guys. Grecian Inn, Sasa and Frank at the Grecian Inn down in Spring Hill. Now, we'll send that link out later on our YouTube channel, Mornings at Main Street. You can see all the information there as well. Just another example of why we live in simply, I think, the most fantastic community in all of America. I'm a little biased because I grew up here, but still.
Talking Trash, the show that's going to end littering. Brought to you by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. How was that? That fast part, the end felt rushed. I'm going to do it one more time, Claire. Talking Trash, the show that's going to end littering. Brought to you by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. Ooh, how was that? Claire, that sound about right? It felt good to me. She feels me. Nobody trashes Tennessee on my watch.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour. It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
Really good try. There aren't any cops around. I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now? Now.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Fun show for you today, November 23rd, 2021. Let's bring in who I think is one of the best personal trainers in all of Middle Tennessee, in the state of Tennessee, Ty Fischler, Bodies by Ty. Ty, good morning to you.
Good morning, Joe. How we doing?
I'm so good, man. So glad you could be with us. I've been wanting to get on the show for quite a while. I saw you at the gym the other day, and it just dawned on me. I went to a party Saturday night, Ty, and I had nothing but about 47 servings of food. I'm thinking, if I'm on a diet, I'm done. How do you avoid all this food when all that food looks so good, yet you're trying to keep your goals?
Man, I tell you what, this time of the year, it gets everybody. We get into our comfort food. It's, we don't have enough daylight in the day. Everybody wants to eat around the family. It's all about that portion control. All these people, everyone, including the trainer, we all work so hard for the summer and the spring and have those great looking bodies. And then you're right. Wintertime comes around, all the fans come around. we live in the South. Everybody wants to cook all that good food, so it's hard. So just keeping those temptations down to a low. Portion control, paying attention to what you're eating. That's the biggest thing. We're going to battle with Thanksgiving here in a day or so. And, we all know all that good food comes right in front of us. But it's just controlling about the temptations. We're going to have a lot of stuff just laid out in front of us. And no one says you can't eat a good meal, but just watch what you're eating. Your portion controls, like I said, small amounts of food. And just be cautious of what you're doing, because we don't want to ruin, what we've been working up to this. A lot of people kind of save that, oh my gosh, I'm going to kill it for Thanksgiving. I've been working so hard. Yeah, that's kind of a good mentality to have, but we can also ruin a lot of our hard work up to this point, for the next 5 to 6 weeks of all this cold weather.
You hit 2 words I want to talk about, which I think really can crush somebody's world when they're really trying to attain a goal, and that's peer pressure. When like, oh, just come on, it's a little bit of food, it's a little bit of food, and next thing you know, you're eating a whole lot of food. How do you stay away from the peer pressure when you're at the gym 5 days a week, trying to get your goal, and now you got everybody throwing this food at you with the peer pressure?
Yeah, it's hard, and you're gonna have to figure out a way to either not hurt some feelings because grandma wants you to have a piece of that chocolate pie, and just kind of let everybody know I'm on a diet, I'm on a regimen, I'm working in the gym 5 days a week. And I think if you do that enough, people hopefully will understand that, you're trying to do the best that you can for you in the situation. It doesn't mean that you can't have a small bite. It doesn't mean that you can't have a small piece of grandma's chocolate pie or whatever it is. But the biggest thing about this time of the year is you got to back it up. You got to stay in the gym. You got to stay consistent with everything else that you're eating, outside of this Thanksgiving, Christmas meals and things like that, and really counterbalance, some of the stuff that we will have to put in front of us. We got a lot of temptations coming up. And, don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to reach for something that's maybe a little bit better. Small bites, say, hey, I had a piece of it. Thanks, Grandma. But, just be cautious of what you're doing and be proactive about what's about to be in front of you.
We got your Facebook page up there, Body by Ty. And I've known you for quite a while, and I've seen the difference you make in a lot of people's lives. And, when we've talked about this before, it's just like the toughest part of doing everything is getting up and actually going to do it, those first few steps. And so you've got people, Ty, who've been working out with you. The New Year's resolution was to lose weight. They've been there since January. And the last thing that you want them to do is to lose everything they've got so far in just 6 weeks.
That's right. That's the biggest thing. And that's just through, the program that I try to teach all my people is just that discipline. And I think that once people actually get to a certain point, honestly, I feel like when people get to this point, this time of the year, I think it's going to be easier for them to say no because they do like the results. They sit here and, what? I've been working for this full year. I got all these great results. I'm feeling great about myself. You know what? That pie, that pudding, that sweet roll, casserole, whatever it is, that's just not really a temptation anymore. So I think a lot of people have gotten those great results. This time of the year, it might be a little bit easier for them to go, you know what? I love the way that I look. I'm not going to damage all my success that I've gotten over these last 11, 12 months just because I'm going to go crazy over Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, yeah, those people I think are hopefully in the mindset to say, I got this. I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to sabotage myself because spring's right around the corner again, and I don't want to look and be like, oh, man, I got that.
Right. Is it frustrating for you as a personal trainer when you see somebody fall off their goals around Thanksgiving when you know that they are so close to attaining those goals?
I tell you what, man, Joe, this is a conversation I just had with a client before I jumped on here. It's highly frustrating. Whether it's, you see people in and out of the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and they're actually just destroying their goals. And then they just fall off the wagon. And it's tough because you see them come in, you see them put the dedication in, and they lose either a bunch of weight or they get in the best shape of their lives or whatever it is that the really goals are set out to do. And out of nowhere, this happens. And it is frustrating. So I really try to teach my people that, you get to the mindset of really enjoying how you feel and how healthy you are and the way that you look on your physical appearance, that when you get to this point, you don't want to ruin that, And, but yeah, those few people that just go ham and you don't see them for a few weeks, maybe they went out of town or whatever, and they come back with that extra, holiday weight, as I like to call it. It is frustrating because I try to teach something different. So
how much of your job is being a psychologist? 25%, 50%?
99%. No. You know, it's a lot. I always say there's a lot of titles at the end of my personal training title. But you know what? That's what I think what makes this job kind of fun for me is not only do I get to see the physical results, I get to see the mental results. You know, if it's changing life, if it's changing marriages, if it's changing, I just had a baby. You know, a lot of that stuff is more mental talk through than just the physical change that we have in the gym. So you got to be a listening ear. You got to be a psychologist and a shrink, a marriage counselor. And there's a lot of stuff that personal trainers are not just subject just to that one field. But that helps the progress. You know, if you don't have that, you don't have success. You got to be well-rounded for all that, because every single person is going to be different what they bring to the table of what you need to help them out with, you know.
Fantastic. If people want to reach out to you, how do they find you? I know the Facebook page. How else can they find you?
Man, Facebook, Instagram, Body by Ty. I'm all over the place. Just reach out to me. I'm at Competitive Edge Gym here in Hermitage, Tennessee, the best gym in Nashville, Tennessee. Stop by, you know, not just the personal training side of it. We have a great gym here as well. Come by and grab a free workout on us. But yeah, reach out, Body by Ty, hashtag Body by Ty. Like I said, any of the social media areas you can reach out. Come find me. You know, drop a message to me if you got some good questions for the New Year's of how we're going to counterbalance a crazy holiday season and your New Year's resolutions. That's all I've been answering here lately.
Well, I mean, I see you every time I go to the gym, whether it's in the morning, the afternoon, or midday, you're there training people. So it's working. And so, you know, I think the world of it. You do a great job, Ty. Thanks, brother.
Man, I appreciate that, Joe.
All right, Ty Fischler, Body by Ty, a Competitive Edge there in Hermitage. I've seen, I mean, I'm not kidding. I've seen the results in the couple of years I've been working out there, what Ty does and the way that he's transformed people's lives. So we're so honored that he was with us today to talk about how to put that stuff away. Peer pressure. Don't let it influence you over Thanksgiving. So thanks, Ty. All right, we'll come back with more right here. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Well, I came up with the name. We threw around some ideas, but I just, you know, some people at the beginning said that they thought cheap had a sort of negative connotation, but I didn't. I wanted it to be fun. I didn't want it to be something that was like, you know, a Spartan lifestyle that I was promoting. I wanted it to be that you could save money, but you could still have a quality life and have a good time.
For the same reason a beagle chases rabbits. It's in my blood. I started reading newspapers, Lydia, before I could read. When I was a little kid in Crossville growing up, my mom taught me to read at about 5 years old, so I would read the Crossville Chronicle, our hometown paper, and it was so exciting I'd wait on Thursday morning for the Chronicle to arrive. I've been fascinated by newspapers all my life. Since I was 5 years old, that's all I wanted to do.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for the show today. And thanks for all the restaurants and for Ty and all the good information. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving. But we cannot leave you without doing the thing we get asked about the most, that's celebrity birthdays. Let's bring in the intern again today on the special Turkey Day birthday, celebrity birthday list. Are you ready to go, buddy?
Let's do it, man.
All right. First birthday is Ben Stein. He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Remember? Bueller. How old is Ben Stein?
He's probably 68 today.
He's 77. Okay. Actor John Larroquette. He was in the movie Stripes, the movie Blind Date, was in Night Court forever. He's been in everything. John Larroquette.
64.
74. The beautiful, talented Nashville native Amy Grant. Who's she married to?
Oh, she is beautiful. Vince Gill.
Attaboy. How old is Amy Grant?
58.
61.
So
But she looks 41, so good for her.
she does.
Let's see here. Don't know them. Oh, Christina Applegate. How old is she?
Christina. Should I know who that is?
Married with children?
Oh,
Veronica Corningstone from Anchorman.
right. She's probably
Kelly
48.
Bundy.
48.
50.
Hey.
Yeah, man. A good friend of ours, competitive eater Joey Chestnut. By the way, what he does is disgusting.
56.
He's 38.
Oh, I was going to say that.
No, you didn't. Then you would have said it. Let's see here. Some more for you. So you got one there. Well done, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Well done. Wow. There's a lot of people I've never heard of that are celebrities that are born on this day. So let's go back to the top here. Actress Catherine Crosby.
Catherine Crosby.
She's been in a lot of things, which is a big clue for you.
Right. Yeah. Very specific.
Which means she's older.
Oh, okay. Let's do 61.
87.
That much older.
Dancing with the Stars judge Bruno Tonioli.
61.
Ooh, 65.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Kosar, former Cleveland Browns quarterback, played at the University of Miami, won a national championship, won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. How old is Bernie Kosar on this Turkey Day?
74.
58.
Is he really?
Okay, and finally, we'll leave you with this. Barbara Bush and Jenna Bush Hager, George Bush's twins, the daughters. How old are they today?
Oh, so the daughters, right? There's a bunch of names there.
Well, they got like Barbara Pierce Bush and Jenna Bush Hager, but former President Bush's daughters that are twins.
I'll say 35.
They're 40.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, this is not for guessing, but there were John F. Kennedy Jr. was born on November 25th, who passed away in 1999, and Joe DiMaggio, his birthday. Who was Joe DiMaggio married to that he couldn't handle her fame?
Oh, I don't know.
Marilyn Monroe.
Ah.
Little things, man. Little tidbits you get throughout the show here. But I'm going to run these names down for birthdays. See if you know these people, all right?
All right.
Singer Mark Lanigan from Queens of the Stone Age. Drummer Scott Mercado from Candlebox. Singer Tim Armstrong from Rancid. Actor Steve Harris from The Practice. Guitarist Rodney Shepherd of Sugar Ray. Rapper-producer Eric Sermon. Should I keep going on?
I haven't heard of one of these people.
That makes two of us.
Happy birthday to them, though.
Yeah, happy birthday. And happy Thanksgiving to you, intern. Thanks for all you do.
Thanks, buddy.
Great show today, buddy. Appreciate that as well. And again, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you spend the day with your loved ones, get all you can eat. And if you need a place to go, hopefully the 4 segments we showed you earlier will give you an idea of where to go. Be nice, everybody, today. Open doors, smile at people in traffic, just be kind. And we always leave you with this. Nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you soon.